Welcome to my channel. My name is Michael and I help you transit into the 5D. Today we're gonna talk about the Great Awakening, what you need to know about the 5D shift. I'm gonna give you my explanation of my own journey in a sense and everything that I've seen going on, what you can expect of it, and how I look at it. Maybe it will give you a perspective of your own situation and what you are going through, and then you can identify yourself if you're going through the same thing. Again, it always feel nice to know that there is actually other people that has been or are going through the same thing that you are going through. Like there's a shift in humanity, and I think it's always been this way. In like what I can see, it's been going on the like in the 60s there was the same, but it's just another layer of consciousness that's being revealed, and we're being updated with basically bombarded with information from outside, and this whole universe is like giving us the energy that is needed to shift the way we think and relate and feel and how we do things, and that creates this whole consciousness change. And the 5D in easy talk term is just like another way of living. It's another way and a new way. It's a more conscious way of living. It's a higher state of being with better emotions throughout the day, basically. If you say it like that, it's not like the world is still gonna be here, it's gonna look the same, but it's just different kinds of things that will change in how we function as a human. Many times we think this is just how it is. No, it's just like opening another layer of the Pandora's box, and you're like, shit, there's another 10 more layers. So then what is an awakening? In my hallucination, it's a state of a point of time where the impossible becomes possible. It's a point of time where something wakes up inside of you and you're no longer the same. It's a point of time where you take back your own power to be able to do the things that you really want to do and not being programmed by anyone or anything else. I had my awakening in 2012. It's where the Mayan people says that it's the end of the old world and it's the beginning of the new world. It's the beginning of the new earth, where they say it started in December 2012. I had my awakening in October 2012, where really I started to, like, I had a moment of time where there was a lot of pain. My father passed away, and I felt like I went crazy. I felt like something inside of me started to basically talk. I was being aware of the thing inside of me that was talking, and all of a sudden I was not that thing anymore. All of a sudden I was the observer of that thing, and all of a sudden I started to question. I started to see and experience different things that I never experienced before. And ever since that time, it was the 17th of October 2012, my father passed away, and I realized that I was so more powerful than I ever thought. I could do things that I decided that I wanted to do things, and ever since then I've just been doing everything that I ever wanted. So an awakening is it's a chaos. It's a point of time where there's often chaos, because this chaos caused us to start to question, and all of a sudden we find opportunities in this chaos, and all of a sudden we are on our own journey. So when we go into 5D shift, there's going to be a lot of people, maybe including you, that are waking up to the new earth, and you need to wake up to be able to live in that new state. Because when you're not awake, there's often a lot of suppression, that like you drink or you eat or you gamble or you do all of this, like you take drugs or whatever that is. It's a lot of suppression of numbing of self, and at that point of time, that numbing and suppression often changes. What happens is that you are then being aware that you're even doing it, and then all of a sudden you start to change that. it's like we're creating a new human. So like the number two thing here is like we're creating a new human that is more aware, more conscious, that take better decision and goes throughout the day in a better way. Imagine like you live, let's say 100 years. Earth has been around for billions of years, and doesn't like 100 years for the Earth is nothing. So like you come here over and over in the past life. You've been here and you're gonna be here again, and you incarnate and you really go through your journey. And that 100 years of time, let's say you live 100 years, you change Earth a little bit. But the thing is that you're gonna come here thousands of another times maybe. So and you've been here thousands of times. So your soul is infinite, and you are just creating this new earthly being called human, where the human is doing better things towards himself in a way, and you are a part of that. So if you're watching this video, you're probably like, what's going on in my life? By being a better human in this, like when you do the work with your, when you're going into this 5D shift, that is you changing the world. That is you basically changing everyone else as well by changing you. And there will be a point of time when we are in this 5D world, or like this more beautiful state world, where there's not so much suppression. The old kind of like control systems and everything is gone, and we live in more of like a more flowy state. And by you creating your version of you, when you then later on, I'm gonna talk about this in the later, like the new babies that comes, that basically new babies will be conscious and awake already when they come out. And so like when you do the work with yourself and you go into this kind of like towards this direction, when you find another partner that's doing the same thing, you will then later on get these kind of like woke babies, or like more smarter babies. They've been here before, but they're just like so much more elevated. Because maybe you are that person that was the black sheep, the person that was being ridiculed. Maybe you were the person that people were like hating on, or like, oh, you did something that was moving away from the herd, and you're like, I'm walking my own path, I'm doing my own thing. I felt different my whole life. I have not really been what everyone else did. Well, welcome here, I would say, and don't forget to subscribe to follow the journey here. But you were then you are here, and you are set here in my hallucination to contribute with something. Maybe you even felt that you're like, I'm not even from Earth. Like I'm probably from the stars somewhere. I don't even know. Remember that when you go through this journey, there's a lot of emotions, there's a lot of changes, there's a lot of density, a lot of heavy negative feeling that needs to be processed. And again, I really want to put a point on this, because when you go through this, and if you're not allowing yourself to process all of those emotions, you're not doing the things that you're supposed to do, or like what you're here for, I believe. And that, because when you do all of that work, that will also set you free from all of the shame, the victimhood, or whatever sadness or anger that's been held you back in the life to do the things you want to do. So like, yes, well, there's probably multiple purposes here for you, but remember, when you go through that, all of those stuff, you will become the new human, quote unquote, in my hallucination, where you bring humanity to a better place, which is, for me, super cool. Wouldn't that be cool? Like, you're serving humanity, like you're serving the planet, but just focusing on you. And then we have this third thing, where how we relate to each other. Like, planet Earth has been relating to each other in a very codependent way, where literally everyone is codependent, and that's been our like primary core way of relating to each other, experiencing each other, and being with each other. And now this shift from 2012, in my hallucination, that's what I think, has been starting to change. And some people are gonna die with this, and some people are gonna be in the process of like, how do I relate with other people, and how do I speak to myself? Because the way you relate to other people is also the way you relate to yourself. So like, how do I experience myself, and how do I experience myself with other people? And that's a process. It's gonna take time. And but you're gonna see how your dynamics with other humans is gonna change, and in the end, later on here, there will be a huge difference in how we relate to each other. Normally, maybe we have a lot of karma with other people from past lives, and you have to work through all of the karma. Maybe you have a lot of codependency with yourself and other people, and you keep bringing those people into your life to work off all of that codependency. But in the end, when you've done that, there's gonna be a very like, when you meet someone, it's gonna be like, huh. A very karmic relationship could be very like, I feel very drawn to this person, I need to do all of this. In the future, it's gonna be, yeah, the relationships are gonna basically be like this. They're gonna kind of like come slowly, and then they're gonna kind of like, they're gonna have a certain feeling with it, and then they're gonna pass slowly. It's not gonna be like, wow, all of this kind of like emotional stuff. But that's over time accumulated when you go through your process towards the new earth. And then we have the abundance. In my hallucination, we are going to live in total abundance. It's going to be something completely different. The old control system with all the fiat and everything, it's going to be completely gone. That's going to go away. And it's going to be like a mycelium where everything and everyone is connected. And you're going to, like, it's going to be abundant for everyone. It's going to be like no homeless people. All of those people that are like in that state of like, they're gonna disappear. They're either gonna die or they're gonna wake up and they're gonna transform and they're gonna be on the healing journey. So it's either like you go that way and you basically fall off and Earth is like doing its thing with life and death, or they're gonna wake up to the fact that kind of like, oh shit, I have something to do here. I've been suppressing for a long time. Maybe I've been living off of the street even. And now I'm going towards the new earth. And we're all going to be like really, we're all abundant in a normal state. It's just that we subconsciously or consciously choose to believe that we're not. We're still in this kind of like where this both 3D and 5D are together. It could be very enmeshed and we don't really know. And we don't really understand that we're supposed to be super abundant. But later on, that's going to separate. And either you go with this part and you go on, and you understand that, and all of a sudden that's your normal state of being, and it's like everything comes to you. You get everything you want and need because it's what you are. Also earth is you, you are me, I am you, we are all one, we are all everything. So if you are earth also is you, and earth wants better for itself always. That means that earth wants better for you, and everything you want also wants you. Did you follow here? When that is really inside of us, we understand that everything is here to serve me. Everything is here to serve me. Maybe it doesn't look that way. Maybe there is things going on. But these people, these circumstances, these places, whatever happened, they're there to serve me. Like just realizing that it's there to serve you. When you think the thought that everyone and everything is there to serve me, this video, when you're watching me, I am here to serve you. Like other people that comes into your life is there to serve you. Because when we all serve each other, we serve ourselves. And all of a sudden, when that is being programmed into people and you really get it, man, you're unstoppable. And now is the new babies thing. I love this thing, and I wish this to be a really clear, like, I've been having downloads of that, the babies that will come, maybe the baby I get or you get in your life will be a baby that comes even more conscious. Like there will be these new babies that basically come out and they are really fucking smart, like really smart. It's because you done the work of your ancestry line down, and maybe you've been doing work for lines and lines and lines, and you've been doing so much healing work, and all of a sudden the baby you are putting forth into this world is like super smart. Because and you also chose a partner that's been doing the exact same thing, and all of a sudden you're both the black sheep or both are the people that's been walking their path. They've been doing their thing, and all of a sudden you get a baby together, and you get this amazing baby that is just there to empower the world even more, and they're to serve the world even more, and they really understand these things like from the start. And what am I mean when they're like super? Well, I mean that all of the things that you have been here to, you've been learning all of these things, and you've been going through your healing journey, and you've been having realizes, and you've been like having downloads of things, and all of the stuff that you've been having, they already have, plus even more. And all of a sudden, they are kind of like teaching you almost because they're so far ahead. But you, it's your creation. It's what you put here. Isn't that really fucking amazing cool? The new world is gonna be amazing, but we all need to step into the place where we understand that we need to do our work with ourselves. If you get a partner and the partner doesn't do the work, keep doing the work. Keep doing it because you're just meeting a part of yourself in the other person. Everything that you do and put out in the world will come back to you. Everything you do to a partner will come back, and if you leave, that it's gonna come back to you another way. For example, so if you leave that partner later on will leave you. For example, everything is an action and reaction. Everything just comes back the exact way you put out it. That's why it's so important to do kind things to others, because then kindness comes back to you. For example. Okay, great. Don't forget to subscribe because that will help the channel a lot. Comment if there's something you're wondering about, and I'd love for you to be in here. See you in the next video.